Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to solve the fifth problem. I'm following this Striver SDE sheet. You can also follow this. You can also travel with me. So I have already completed 4 problems and I have posted the video for each. You can go and check it out in my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to solve the fifth problem. One, two, three, four, fifth problem. The problem name is sort an array of zeros, ones, and two. Let's see a overview of this problem. This problem is 75th problem of Leetcode. The difficulty is medium. Okay. Given an array of num and n colored with white, blue, red, and sort them in a place of the object of the same color or adjacent with the color in the order of red, blue, white. So basically the input have an array something like this. So 2 represent blue and 0 represent red and 1 represent white. So we have to sort the array in a proper way, like 0 1 2, like red white blue. How to do that? You may think it's very easy. You can use any sorting algorithm. You can use either bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, bucket sort. Everything will work, but the problem is the time complexity of every sort is high. For example, if I'm taking bubble sort, it will give us the time complexity of big O of n square. If I'm trying to solve this problem in um, insertion or selection sort, also same O of n square. So what is the best approach? The best approach is you can have a counting variable, something like blue, red, and white. You can iterate over this array first, and you can take a count of each and every 1, 2, and 0. For example, in this, we are having two zeros. So in a red, in a variable called red, you will check whether if there is a 0, increase the counter to 1. Like that, you will do for three colors, and once you done, you will again iterate over the um, array, and you will rewrite. For example, if there are two zeros, you will rewrite the first two elements as 0 and next two elements as 1 and last two elements as 2. Sorry. Basically, this is the best approach. But the problem is, yeah, you can do this, but the difficulty of the problem is medium. Do you think it's a medium level problem? No. If you come up with the idea like this, definitely interviewer will ask, is there any other method to solve this problem in a single for loop or something like that in an optimal way? So basically the approach that I discussed earlier, counting like using counters, will give you the time complexity of O of n and the space complexity O of 1. See, they are asking us a follow-up question also. Could you come up with a one-pass algorithm using only constant extra space? So I will give you the optimal solution and try to explain it. Okay, how to do it? First, we are using 3 pointers: low, high, and a medium. For mid, we don't know where to place, so we are keeping low and mid here itself, and high pointer here, so the last value. And we are having only three cases: 0 to 1. So for 0, what we have to do is we have to swap the low and mid, and we have to increment both the things, low and mid. For the one case, we just need to do nothing. We just have to increase the mid value. And for 2, what we have to do is we have to swap the mid with high, and we have to reduce the high alone. We don't need to increase the mid and all. This problem This algorithm is known as Dutch national flag algorithm. So we'll try to implement it here. Okay. So I'm using a single for loop. You can either use for loop or while loop. That's completely your choice. I think it's better to use while loop here. So before while loop, I'm initializing all variables int start or int low. I'm keeping this low in the first, and int mid. A, this mid also situated in the first itself, and int high. So high is nums dot length -1. Okay. So we are again using a while loop. We are checking where mid is greater than equal to high. If it is so, the while loop will work. Here what we are doing is we are checking for three conditions. If nums of mid equal to 0, else if nums of mid equal to 1, else means obviously it's nums of mid equal to 2. Okay. So for nums of mid, I mean if the value is 0, what we have to do, we have to swap we have to swap mid element with the low element. Okay. So we have to write a separate function for swapping, and we have to do two things. One is to increment low and increment mid. Okay. If the value is 1, we don't need to do anything. Instead we just want to increment the low, sorry, increment the mid. So if it is 2, then what we have to do is we have to swap nums, I mean I'm passing nums for reference, mid and high. After swapping, I just want to reduce the high. That's it. We have to write a function for swapping. Okay. So here I'm writing a private function. Private. We don't need to return anything. So void swap int nums int value 1, something like that. Int value 2. So we are creating a temp variable. Temp is equal to value 1. So assigning value 2 to temp into value 2. After that, updating value 2 to temp. Simple. So if you do like this, do you think it will work? Obviously it won't work, because we are just storing the index. We have to store the actual value. So that's why I passed num also simple. So let me try to run the code. Let's see if it is raising any error or not. An error is occurring. Identifier, okay, somewhere here. So mistake from my side. See, two test cases got passed. Let me try to submit the code. Yep, code got submitted. Okay, we can solve the same problem using insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, anything. But those algorithms will give the time complexity of O of n square. If you are using merge sort also, it will give us n into log of n. But this Dutch algorithm will give you the time complexity of O of n. The algorithm that I previously mentioned, the counter, by using counters, three variables you can take the count of zeros 1 2 and you can rewrite the um, same array. That method will also give you the time complexity of O of 1, but there we have to use 2 for loop, so that will be 2n. Okay, so that's the difference. You can also use that method as well. If interviewer asks you for more sophisticated or complex algorithm, you can use this Dutch national flag algorithm. Okay, thank you guys. And most importantly, where to use this Dutch national flag algorithm is if there are limited number of occurrence. For example, if you want to sort the array, an array is having numbers from 0 to 10, then you can use Dutch national flag. Obviously, if the array is having the numbers from 0 to 100, then you can't write each and every logic for um, 0 to 100 and all. Okay, that's why. So it's better to use this approach if you get this question in the interview, or else you can go with the counterpart itself. Both will give the same time complexity. What about space complexity? We are not using any extra space, so it is O of 1. Okay guys, then we have completed this problem as well. In the next video I'm gonna do this stock buy and sell problem, easy problem. So stay tuned and thank you for watching. Bye guys, have a great day.